First of all, most of all, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem, Rakakudash.
I want to give honors to the elders that taught us this truth, through the Spirit of the Most High. And just say shalom to all the brothers and sisters and children out there that are trying to keep the word and sincerity and truth. We're the real Hebrew Israelites. And what we do is we come out and try to teach our people who they are according to the scriptures, and try to tell them to repent and turn back to their old ways, who we are. Our people don't know who we are according to the scriptures. The so-called Israelites, we're Israelites according to the Bible. Not African, you're not American, you're not all these bywords and proverbs that they taught us to believe that we are. We Israelites according to the scriptures. And so what we do is we come out here and tell our people who they are and tell them to repent. That's what the Most High said do. And during the times that the Messiah was walking around, he taught our people the right way and told us to go out on the highways and byways and the street corners to teach our people. He said do that in the last days, and that's what we're doing. And it's going around the four corners of the earth. It's not just in your local city. You're going to see it everywhere. Brothers come out and teach their people who they are and tell them to repent. Not only teach them who they are, but show them who their enemies are as well. Because our people don't believe that we have enemies. And our people don't believe that the Most High have enemies either. They believe that God loves everybody, but that's not what the scriptures say. Your pastor will teach you one thing, and you go read the scriptures, and it'll say another thing. So you got to study to show yourself approved. That's the only way you're going to gain knowledge is by reading. But see, when you go into the pastors, when you go into your churches, all you do is listen to the pastor. Some people don't even open the scriptures. They just nod their head and agree to everything that he's saying, just because he's up there. But see, we go into the scriptures. The Most High says, study to show yourself approved, and precept must be upon precept. So we go into the scriptures, dive in, and really see what the Lord is saying.
Okay, that's what I'm finna get. That's what I'm finna get. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 28. Starting at verse 5. This is Isaiah chapter 28, starting at verse 1. Woe to the crown of pride to the drunkards of Ephraim, whose glorious beauty is a fading flower.
He said the drunkards of Ephraim. That's we know Ephraim was the head of the northern tribe. It said, woe to the drunkards of Ephraim. Northern kingdom, Northern kingdom. Ephraim was the head tribe, and Judah was the head tribe of the southern kingdom. It said, woe to them. Woe means destruction.
Right. Ephraim is just so-called Puerto Rico, man. Ever since that storm hit y'all, so like the scripture say, woe to the drunkards of Ephraim, man. Where it was since that hurricane hit y'all, what was it, like a year or two ago? Y'all been in calamity, and the news not covering a lot of this, man. A lot of Puerto Rico is still without electricity. They still without a lot of things. But like it said, woe to the drunkards of Ephraim, man. Because you had an elect brother that was over there. Lord willing, he pulled out the elect, but he knew this truth. He know this truth. He was letting brothers know what's going on over there, man. So even though destruction is woe, it said woe to the drunkards of Ephraim, man. Because you got the elect of the tribe of Ephraim, or the so-called Puerto Ricans, man. Which no matter how much destruction comes, the Lord he gonna spare them, man. He gonna keep the angels surrounding and protecting them.
And another thing, when it's talking about drunkards, it's not actually physically talking about the drunk off wine or anything that you can get drunk off of. It's talking about what all these different philosophies that's out here that all people believe in. You know, it's not talking about anything, a substance that you drink. That's why the scriptures tell us to be sober-minded. Not sober as in with drink, but sober as in with these, not dealing with these other doctrines and not getting caught up in the world.
Which glorious beauty is as a fading flower, which are on the head of the fat valleys of them that are overcome with wine.
And also, when the scriptures talk about wine too, it also talk about wine as being doctrines as well. That's why the scriptures say also be sober-minded. Because the Most High, he like to use metaphors and analogies in different ways. You know, the Most High like to speak. So a lot of times when he talk about different things in the scriptures, it's not literal. It means he's talking about something else. But he's using that to describe it.
Let's go break it down. Behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hail. And didn't this happen in Puerto Rico, man? With that flood, the Lord sent a tempest and storm and a great flood of waters, man. You know? So the scriptures can be twofold too, man. They tell you in the Wisdom of Solomon, I think it's the 7th chapter. The wisdom of the Most High is manifold, man. So it also can mean it can be a manifestation of a manifold of meaning many things, man. More than one thing. Because why I said that, the Lord also said the enemy should come in like a flood. So that's metaphorically speaking, man. So it can be, and then it's what the scriptures say. In the last days, the Lord going to be floods, earthquake, famines. You know? So flood can be used in two senses, more than one sense. I ain't going to say two, more than one sense, man. It can be used in more than two senses. Right. Like the brother was saying, when the Spaniards came and took the Puerto Ricans down, man. And the first man to actually encounter the Puerto Ricans, which they was called the Taino Indians at the time, was Christopher Columbus, man. He landed on the island of Hispaniola, man. The Taino Indians, y'all was known as the Taino Indians at the time. Now they did make it to the land of Puerto Rico too, but the first people that greeted Christopher Columbus with gifts were the Taino Indians. Let's go back to the Puerto Ricans. On verse 3, the crown of pride, the drunkenness of Ephraim, shall be trodden under feet.
And it said they're going to be trodden underfoot. Most High going to bring judgment. He already said in the judgment then. So he brought that judgment just like the brother was talking about a year or two ago, however long it had been, when a hurricane that hit them, that judgment. And it said you were going to be trodden underfoot by man, when the Most High allowed Esau to come take y'all down.
And even with that storm, you know, Esau, he can muster up storms when he get ready, man. But what did Trump say when that happened? Trump said it happened to y'all because y'all so in debt to America, man. So Trump was like, that's good for you happen. So like the brother said, that's you know, it's still all in one, man. Verse 4, and the glorious beauty which is on the head of the fat valley should be a fading flower. Because what he say, the glorious beauty. What does the land Puerto Rico mean, y'all? Rich port, man. So y'all was glorious in beauty even on the other side of the world, then y'all came on this side of the world, man. They say when the Spaniards, the so-called Spaniards, man, which they the Edomites according to the Bible, why they call Puerto Rico rich port, they say the kids was playing marbles with diamonds, man. That's why when you see the marbles, what they actually look like, they actually look like different stones. They say the kids are actually playing marbles with actually diamonds, man. They call it a rich port, man. And what the word Ephraim goes back to? Fruit. To Joseph, which Ephraim took on the which had Ephraim and Manasseh was the sons of Joseph, but they took on his lineage. But the word Ephraim means to be fruitful, man. Just like you got the word when you go to the grocery store, the word fruitful also goes back to produce, man. Like they say produce, it goes, but it's fruitful or to produce. And the glorious beauty which is on the head of the fat valley shall be a fading flower, and as the hasting fruit before the summer, which when he that looketh upon it seeth, while it is yet in his hand, he eateth it up. So look at the land there, man. In that day shall the Lord of hosts be for a crown of glory, and a diadem of beauty unto the residue of his people. Yes, it's coming up. But like you said, because the scripture's jumping, man. But even in that day, like you say, even in that day, talking about the times now, because this scripture going into when the Spaniards took us down, when Ephraim got took down on the other side of the world by the Assyrians, then you had the Edomites came and took them down over here, and then it's going into now, man. Even in that day, it say the residue of the people going into the elect of the people, man. It says, and in that day should the Lord of hosts be for a crown of glory, and for a diadem of beauty unto the residue of his people, and for a spirit of judgment to him that sitteth in judgment, and for strength to them that turn the battle to the gate. Right, man. That's it. So even though it's even whenever it's talking about the destruction coming to our people, man, it's always a remnant that the Lord preserve and save, man. It have always been like that, man. Because the Lord always have his elect amongst the people, man. Like it said, I'm going to read it again. In that day shall the Lord of hosts be for a crown of glory, and for a diadem of beauty into the residue of his people. What that's talking about. The men on the four corners teaching that, man. That's what that's talking about. And for a spirit of judgment to him that sitteth in judgment, man. So this beautiful to this what we doing right now. It's beautiful to the elect of our people, but it's gonna be to a spirit of judgment to those that sit in judgment, to our people who don't want to hear this, man. Who's not with this truth. Who want to potentially to act wicked and do wickedly. And for strength to them that turn to the battle to the gate, man. Cause hey, a lot of our people warriors too, man. So a lot of our people that fight in this day, the Lord gonna be a strength to them too, man. But it's the elect our people who the Lord gonna be that strength to. Verse 7. But they also have erred through wine and through strong drink are out of the way.
Con, it said they have erred through wine and strong drink. It's talking about the different philosophies that our people done erred through, believing in. Like, for example, believing that the Messiah was a white man, according to the scriptures, when according to the scriptures, it describes him as a so-called black man. He'll look like one of you, one of us, just darker, of a darker skin complexion, and plainly let you know what he is. And then on top of that, you know, just different scriptures, different philosophies that they got out here in the world.
The priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink.
And it said the priests and the prophets is talking about your leaders, because they are the ones that's teaching our people the wrong way. They are the ones that's teaching our people. They are the ones that's teaching our people all these doctrines that they learned in the seminary school that the white man set up for them to teach our people to keep us indoctrinated and asleep. to knowing who we really are. Because we find out who we really are and what our purpose is on this earth, they already know that their time is up. So your enemy not going to tell you who you are to better yourself. They going to keep you down. And then our leaders, our sellouts, they just like during the time that the Messiah was here. Those leaders gave him trouble. They gave him problems because they sold out. And the same thing going on.
They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They stumble in judgment.
It said they err in vision and stumble in judgment because they don't understand these words. They don't understand the scriptures. They can't prophesize and tell you how to break down these scriptures. They only philosophize through their interpretations and what they've been taught. But it's not according to knowledge, not according to the word.
For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean.
It said all tables. It's talking about their philosophy. It's filled with vomit. That is unclean.
Tables just going to, it can mean that, but like it was said, that the food going to we eat, like Yahweh said, he the bread of life, basically. So like it said, all their tables are full of this speaking metaphorically, of vomit and everything unclean, man. Everything you teach. Like you say, you stumble in judgment, you err in the spirit, and you stumble in judgment, man. You're not casting right judgment. Verse 9. Now you see how we went through all those different things, but then verse 9 gonna come back and show you something, man. Starting at verse 9. Isaiah 28:9. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
It said, whom shall he teach knowledge and to make understand doctrine? And we know who that whom is talking about now. It's talking about the men that he set up to teach this word and to have the understanding. Men and women. Because you got sisters out here teaching other sisters as well. Teaching the true doctrine according to the scriptures, according to the Bible.
They that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
Weaned from the milk, drawn from the breast. It's speaking metaphorically again. Meaning, just like Yahweh Shah said, an example, you have to come back as a babe and relearn everything that you thought you knew.
Right.
Because everything you thought you knew was false.
This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisy and envies and all evil speaking, as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. If so be ye have tasted that Yahweh is gracious, to whom coming as unto a living stone.
It said, desire that sincere milk. Read the part again.
As newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word.
It said, desire the sincere milk of the word. It's just learning like what we mostly call it, Hebrew 101, learning your basics, the things that you should know. Like, for example, coming into this word, you should know that you're an Israelite. You should understand, the different tribes and brothers that you have according to the word, according to your nation. it's not just so-called blacks. You got so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American, and Indians. You know, all these different people. You know, it's just the basics of the scriptures. The milk.
To whom coming as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of Yahweh and precious. Ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house.
He said chosen by the Most High. So we were chosen. We a chosen nation. And even in the chosen nation, he got chosen people, his elect. And so, you know, that's the one, that's the lively stones.
Like you said, Yahweh Shai was chosen. He was chosen by Yahweh, but disallowed of men, man. Because a lot of men don't want to hear the truth, man. A lot of our people don't want to hear the truth, man. So that's why I said before that, if so be, you have tasted that the Lord is gracious, man. Because we tell this message to a lot of our people, they not with it, man. They don't want to hear it, man. So going back to whom should we teach knowledge, you got to be weaned from the breast, man. You got to get the milk first.
And holy priesthood to offer spiritual sacrifices acceptable to Yahweh by Mashiach Yahweh Shai.
It says spiritual sacrifices. So like, for example, like sacrificing your time to come out and teach the word when you could be doing something else, that's a spiritual sacrifice to the Most High. You're showing the Most High that you really want this. You really want to be a part of the promises. You know, we don't know if we are the elect, but we know that the elect will be practicing the righteous acts. And he'll be teaching his brothers to do so as well. The Lord said, when you teach your brothers and sisters, and when you do unto them, you know, you do it unto him.
Back in Isaiah 28 and 10, we start at verse 9 again. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little.
So that's how you're supposed to break down and interpret the scriptures. It says precept must be upon precept and line upon line. It means you're going to be jumping all around in the scriptures. That's why certain scriptures or certain chapters they talk about different things. Because you got to jump around. The Most High not going to make the message plain. Because first of all, it's not meant for everybody to understand. But to get the understanding of the scriptures, you have to jump around. Scripture to scripture.
For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people.
And that's how the Most High speaks to us. That's how we learn the scriptures. That's how we learn the message that we're supposed to be learning.
To whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest.
We know that these scriptures are our rest. We know that's our peace. This is what we go to. This is what's going to heal us. This needs this word. Our people don't know who we are according to the scriptures. Our people are destroyed. But when we come back to these words and understand them, breaking them down and really receiving the message, and not only receiving it but living by it, that's what's going to heal you.
And this is a refreshing. Yet they would not hear.
It said, yet they will not hear. So you still gonna have people of your own nation that's not gonna receive this word. It was always like that through generations. The Most High had a remnant that was gonna receive it, and a larger number that didn't receive it. It was gonna be a 1/3 and a 2/3.
But the word of the Lord was unto them, precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little, that they may go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken.
So that's why they can't understand the scriptures. They'll read a chapter and don't get the understanding of it. A certain verses, they can be in church and their pastor can read more than 5 verses and they still won't understand it.
But we can go from precept on precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, and it become a trap unto them, man.
A stumbling block.
Right, go back to that, huh? It's gonna tell you why though. Go ahead. I'm gonna read it out of here too. Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 6. Wherefore also it is contained in the scripture, Behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect, precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded.
Son, and that cornerstone, that chief cornerstone is talking about our Messiah, Yahweh Shai, our Savior. We know that that's that chief cornerstone that we're supposed to believe on. And we know that that's the one that's coming back to save us, not white Jesus.
Unto you, therefore, which believe he is precious, but unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner, and a stone of stumbling, and a rock of offense, even to them which stumble at the word, being disobedient, whereunto also they were appointed.
Son, it said a stone of stumbling, so it's a stumbling block for a lot of our people that's disobedient. They don't want to receive his word. The scriptures and the understanding of it's a stumbling block to them.
But ye are chosen generation. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
And it said a chosen people and a royal priesthood. That's talking about the ones that's woken up in his word and that's trying to keep his word in sincerity and truth and teaching his brothers and sisters the same, to do the same. You're a royal priesthood that's going to go into the elect.
Which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of Yahweh.
And it said not a people because we went off and stopped keeping our laws, statutes, and commandments, but now we are the people of the Most High. We know who we are, according to the word.
Which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy.
God.
So us receiving this truth, that's attaining mercy. The scriptures tell you in Psalms, truth and mercy are met together. You gotta be.
Dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts which war against the soul, having your conversation honest among the Gentiles, that whereas they speak against you are as evildoers.
And that Gentiles can go into your own people.
That's
People.
what it's talking about.
Con.
Read that again. I would say, I beseech you as strangers.
Dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims,
Right. You got it.
abstain from fleshly lusts which war against the soul, having your conversation honest among the Gentiles, that whereas they speak against you as evildoers, they may by your good works, which they shall behold, glorify Yahweh in the day of visitation.
Because you're going to have your people that come against you and speak against you. The scriptures call us Gentiles because they're not keeping the laws, statutes, commandments. But they're going to come against you and speak against you. That's why he said, make sure your works are good.
I got a precept on that. This is Psalm 69 and 22. It said, let their tables become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare.
What the verse before that say, y'all?
This is let me start at 19. It said, this is Psalm 69 and 19. Thou hast known my reproach and my shame and my dishonor. My adversaries are all before thee. Reproach have broken my heart, and I am full of heaviness, and looked for some to take pity, but there was none, and for comforters, but I found none.
Right, because this is the comfort. The word is our comforter, man. You don't go to the white man for to be comforted. You don't go to the other nations to comfort you, man. They only going to exploit you, man. This is our comforter. The word is known as the comforter, man. Yahweh Shai comes in the volume of the book, he our comfort. Go ahead.
Verse 21, they gave me also galls for my meat, and in my thirst they gave me vinegar to drink. Let their table become a snare before them, and that which shall have been for their welfare, let it be a trap.
Come. So it's going into the word. This word had became a trap unto 2/3 of our people, man. Why? Because they so disobedient to it. Then they say whereby they was appointed to it, man. Go ahead.
It said, let their eyes be darkened, that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake.
Let their eyes be darkened, man. It's not talking about your physical eye, it's talking about their spiritual eye, man. Their spiritual eye darkened, man. Because you just see with the physical eyes, man. The eye right there talking about your spiritual eye right there, man. Let's sit on it up.
Wow, let me read this last 24. It said, pour out thy indignation upon them, and let thy wrathful anger take hold of them.
Going into what we read earlier, it's glorious in beauty. It's glorious in beauty unto the elect, but it's sitting as when we do this, it's sitting as a spirit in judgment to him that sit in judgment, man. To him that sit in wickedness, this is what that's going into right here. Go ahead.
It said, let their habitation be desolate, and let none dwell in their tents. For they persecute him whom thou hast smitten, and they talk to the grief of those whom thou hast wounded.
Right, and it starts with your house, man. The servant is not greater than his master, man. So going back into 1 Peter, when it said the same corner, the same stone that became the cornerstone, he was disallowed of men, which going to reject it, but chosen of the Most High. So like it, read that again,
It said, for they have persecuted him whom thou hast smitten, and they talk to the grief of those whom thou hast wounded. And add iniquity unto their iniquity.
Add iniquity unto their iniquity, man. So like I said, it started with Yahushua, man, because our people who turned them over to the Romans, then they first of all, they turned them over to them, and then what they say, crucify him, man. So they added iniquity unto iniquity. Then they say, let his blood be upon us and our children. Go ahead.
It said, let them not come into thy righteousness.
Come. So 2/3 ain't gonna come into the righteousness. That's why it's this right where we doing that. We'll see there's a spirit of judgment into them until they die and come back in their right mind. Go ahead.
Let them be blotted out of the book of the living.
Right.
And not be written with the righteous.
That's a manifold scripture right there. That's physical and spiritual. So they spiritually dead, which gonna lead to their physical death. Then they gonna come back in the reincarnation physically and be in their right mind again, man. In the kingdom. Come.
In the churches, same what they were doing in ancient days. Right now in these churches.
Right.
Lying to the people.
Let's see that. Let me let you get back to that. This is Isaiah. Let's see on there too. Some more to it. I think it's some more to it. This is Isaiah 28:14. Wherefore hear the word of the Lord, ye scornful men, that rule this people which is in Jerusalem. Because you have said, we have made a covenant with death.
God, it said they made a covenant with death. And also a covenant, they made agreements with Esau, the white man. They made different agreements with the so-called white man. Most I said you don't make no agreements with them. And when they go into death, because that's all Esau bring is death and destruction. So it said you made a covenant with death, woe unto you.
This It say they rule this people which is in Jerusalem, man. So this going to the leadership, man. Started in the churches, then it trickled down to everybody else, man. Your politicians, your entertainers, man. This is y'all, man. What it say? Because you have made a covenant with death. How the churches make a covenant with death? By signing that 501c3 charter, man, that contract. How you the entertainers and all the other, the athletes and all y'all, man. Y'all sign contracts too, man. It ain't the 501c3, but y'all sign different contracts, man, with the white man. So y'all done made covenants with death. The way y'all can't help y'all people, can't teach your people the truth, man. You know.
Say those contracts got clauses that are doing what, helping the people and, doing for the, people in the community, which binds, basically.
Right, man. So y'all done made a contract with death when y'all ain't teaching the truth, man. You become spiritually dead. Because you have said, we have made a covenant with death and hell, and with hell, we are at agreement.
God.
Then it say his desire is as hell. He enlarging his as the grave, and his desire is as hell. So this going into Esau right here, man. He known as death and hell. It say hell and death follow him, man. Then it say what it say? He a vessel of wrath fitted to destruction. What's destruction? Death, man.
That's why every time you see death, destruction is always by. But for a majority of the time in the scripture, it's always referring to death and destruction together.
And that's how Esau know how to breed, man. It's death, man. Wherever Esau go, everything dies, man. The planet Earth dies, vegetation dies, all the creations dies, man. That's why the creation is that's why the creation is as it is now, man. That's why I say the whole creation groaning within itself, man.
That's why he got to be taken out of the way. Like the brother was saying, you got eagles in the mountains dying and fishes in the waters dying, places he can't even get to. But he's still tampering with the environment, killing them off.
Right, because like you said, the whole earth, the whole earth is out of course, man. The foundation of the earth is out of course, man. So Esau got everything out of course, man. Got the jet stream out of course, man. It'll turn hot one day, cold one day. The birds don't know which way to go, man.
I forgot where I had seen it. It's recently, I know it was in California, but it was also in another country too. That all the bees were just they were spinning around in circles on the ground and just dying. Huh.
Right, man, because what happened, man? What happened when the so-called white man uses pesticide? When the pesticide get into the bee brain, first of all, the bee forget how to get back to the hive. Then when you make it back to the hive, you take the pesticide to all other bees, man. And they kill them off, man. And if all the bees die, we die because they pollinate different things that we need, man. So a lot of our people, you have made a covenant with death, man. Some of you knowing it, some of you not knowing it, man. So if our people who don't know, you made that covenant with death, which is the so-called white man, which is this system, man. You think it can be saved, you think it can be revived, you got to come out of that mind frame, man. Like you said, you got to go back and be weaned from the breast, and if so be, you may taste that the Lord is gracious, man. And this will be, what we do in this teaching will be glorious unto you, man, and not sit as a spirit. It's a spirit of judgment to you. It'll sit as a spirit of correction to you. Read it again because you had something. Because on this Isaiah 28 and 15, because you have said we have made a covenant with death and hell, we are in agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
So they believe in lies, believing that they're not going to receive any type of judgment for making those covenants and ultimately mistreating your people and selling your own self out. You think you're not going to get judgment for that. But the Most High see it all. The Most High has a day for it.
Right, you think the white man going to let you go in his bunkers with him, man. You think he going to help you be saved, man. No, man. Look at the time of 70 AD to 74 AD when they sacked Jerusalem. Them same wicked Sadducees and Pharisees that had made that covenant with them, they didn't spare none of them. They killed everybody. They didn't say, y'all come on and chill with us. Y'all made a covenant with us. Y'all extorted y'all own people. They didn't do it like that. If you was an Israelite, they killed you, man. It's the same way now. Just because you selling out to the white man, he not going to spare you, man. He just using you for time being. And then when he can't use you no more, off with your head, man. And that go for you fake Israelite camps too that have made a covenant with the white man, man. Under the 501c3 charter, man. Saying the white man can make it, man.
Here's Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 22. Because with lies ye have made the heart of the righteous sad.
Right, man. With lies, you made the man of the righteous sad, man. Go ahead.
Whom I have not made sad.
Right, because like the scripture say, this is our rest, man. This is our refreshing, man. And we tell our people, look, the kingdom is for you. But you, like I said, you here to hurt our people by saying peace, peace, when there ain't no peace, man. So you lying to them, you make their heart sad. They go to church, listen to you, and you screaming peace, peace, peace. But then they got to go back to their lives and live where ain't no peace. Turn on the news, see that people get shot down in the streets. That's making their heart sad, man. But if you speak this word to them rightfully how it's supposed to be, let them know the so-called white man, the Edomites in the Bible, they the wicked descendants of Esau, which they gonna pay for everything they done to us. That'll help refresh our people and restore them, man. Go ahead,
Also, it's gonna give our people hope. Our people have something to look forward to.
Right.
As now our people don't have, they looking forward to something that's false. A false hope.
And strengthen the hands of the wicked, that he should not return from his wicked way by promising him life.
You strengthen the hand of the white man, saying he ain't gonna have to pay for what he did by promising him life. You can go in the kingdom with us. And then it trickle down to the wicked of our people. You strengthen their head by saying that, you homosexuals and lesbians, you can make it now. It's all right. You don't tell them to turn from that and repent. No, just accept everything how it is. Read that again, huh? That's a great precept.
Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 22. Because with lies ye have made the heart of the righteous sad, whom I have not made sad, and strengthened the hearts of the wicked, and strengthened the hands of the wicked.
Right.
That he should not return from his wicked way by promising him life.
Come.
Therefore ye shall see no more vanity, nor divine divination. For I will deliver my people out of your hand, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh.
That's why the Lord said he gonna smite the sheep and smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall scatter. Because he gonna bring out all the lies. He gonna expose you for everything that you're doing, everything that you're saying. The people gonna really understand. His elect is really gonna understand.
Great precept too. Back in Isaiah 28 and 15, we'll read it again. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge should pass through, it should not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Therefore saith the Lord power, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation.
We know that sure foundation and that cornerstone is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, like the brother said, came in the volume of the book. Teach us the right way. So we go through Yahweh Shai to get back to the Father.
He that believeth shall not make haste. Judgment also will I lay to the land and righteousness to the plummet.
God said righteousness to the plummet, judgment to the line, righteousness to the plummet. So the Most High he have an expected end for the elect of his nation that's believing on the cornerstone and is trying to keep their laws and statute commandments and not selling out to the white man to the best of their ability.
Come. And the hell shall sweep away the refuge of lies.
Come.
Go ahead. This is see, there it go again. It's comparing hell. It's saying hell right here, but what's the hell, man? All the truth we bringing out like a hailstorm to the refuge of lies they've been telling, man. And it's sweeping away the lies, man. Just like the scriptures say in Matthew, when the flood came, we built our foundation on this main stone he's talking about, and we believed on him. We gonna stand firm, man. When the floods came, when the philosophies, the lies, all these different guys, the white man got coming against the Israelites now, even Israelite groups saying the white man can make it, trying to come up with different philosophies for the so-called white man. All that's being swept away by this hail of truth, man. These hailstones of truth we bring it, man. We'll read it again for y'all. Isaiah 28:17 again. Judgment also will I lay to the land, and righteousness to the plummet. It started with Yahushua, man. It started with John making the path for Yahushua straight. Then it went to Yahushua. Then it trickled down to the men of the Lord, the servants of Yahushua, man. And this is what you see right now. And the hell shall sweep away the refuge of lies. Because y'all have started with the so-called white man. He used lies as his refuge, man. Like it said, you strengthen his head by telling him he can make it. By not telling him his righteous judgment. That's one of his main refuge he used. Oh, I can make it too. We all accepted in that, man. That's a refuge of lies. And the pastors telling it. The leaders are telling it, man. Our leaders, period. Is it something to it?
Yeah, it's just got hell of judgment of Yahweh's judgment, figuratively speaking, and then it's just got hailstorm.
Figuratively speaking, the judgment of lies you've been telling, man. Like you said, you have seen vain and false visions, man. Matter of fact, get that out. Get on Lamentations 2:14, where it said he'll cause us what they have seen is causing us to stay where we did. Keep reading though. And the hell shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the waters shall overflow the hiding places.
And that waters is talking about this word, this truth. It's going to overflow all those lies. And that's what it's doing.
Right, because everybody, starting with the so-called white man, y'all hiding under lies. Then it trickled down to the pastors who listen to the white man when they go to seminary school and theologian school, kept telling them about their book, man. Breaking down their book to them. So they using that as their hiding place, man. But now, that's why I say, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh. So now, the white man being exposed, and the leaders of our people being exposed, man. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand.
So they gonna break the covenant gonna be broke. In the end, the Lord already told us not to trust our enemy. So we already, and like the brother was saying, once they done using you, they gonna treat you just like they treated us.
They do the Gadites like that? The same Gadites that helped them catch the other Gadites? Once they helped them, what they did, they threw them right in the arm. They locked them up right along with them, man.
If they ain't kill them.
Right. It shows they're in the planet of the apes, though, man. What they last planet over, they had the apes helping the so-called white man, and they was called what they was calling them. I forget what they was calling them, man. But the other apes that was fighting against them was telling them, man, y'all accepting that, man. And when the overflow shall pass through, then you should be trodden down by it. So, for you pastors, who they telling y'all, go and get your clergy on, your FEMA clergy pass. So in order, when they set up the concentration camps and stuff, you get your clergy, your clergy response badge. You know, they telling y'all to go and get all that so y'all to be protected when the time comes, man. If you're an Israelite, man, you're gonna be destroyed, man. You're gonna be through. Once you gather enough people to them camps and preaching, they calm down, messing, calm them down, they gonna throw you right along in the concentration camp with them, man. You get through along right in there with them, man. They got something called the clergy response team, man, which is consists of like probably from 50,000 to 100,000 pastors, man. And that's what it's all about. Preparing, preaching to these people when them calamities do come, to stay calm. They're gonna read them Romans 13, man. They them already. Yeah, I ain't gonna say, cause you got some sincere men in IUIC, man. But it always go back to the leadership, man. Go back to the leadership who be the sold out, man. Cause Esau not gonna come to the whole congregation. He gonna go to your leaders and make deals with them, man. And they gonna push forth his agenda, man. But it's sincere men in every group, man. So that's why you're supposed to be studying for yourself and reading for yourself and holding your leaders accountable, man. It said from the time. Oh, you had something there. Go ahead. Which one did I take? The 2 and 14, 2 and 20, 2 and 13, 2 and 14 say.
Thou prophets or something.
Yeah, come on. What 13 say?
What things shall I take to look to? Is that different?
Lamentations chapter 2 and verse 13. What things shall I take to witness for thee? What things shall I liken to thee, O daughter of Jerusalem? What shall I equal to thee that may comfort thee, O virgin daughter of Zion?
Read that again.
What things shall I take to witness for thee? What things shall I liken to thee, O daughter of Jerusalem? What shall I equal to thee, that I may comfort thee, O virgin daughter of Zion?
Right. So we bring the word of correction. Y'all just gotta stop and listen to what we saying, man. And stop listening to everybody, letting everybody else tell you what we preaching and what we talking about, man. Listen for yourself, man. Like the Lord said. Read that again, bro.
What things shall I take to witness for thee? What things shall I liken to thee?
Right, man. What things should the Lord liken unto these people, man? He already said the other nations is less than nothing to him, man. So they don't even compare to us, man. Not yet to be equal with us. They don't even compare. They don't even stand in the same room with us. Go ahead,
O daughter of Jerusalem.
Right.
What shall I equal to thee, that I may comfort thee?
That he may comfort us, man. The Lord said, what should he equal to the Negro, Hispanic, Latino, and Native American woman, man, woman, and child, man? What should the Lord equal unto us that he may comfort us? Go ahead.
O virgin daughter of Zion.
Right, we the virgin daughter of the Lord, man. Of Yahweh, man. Go ahead. Because he begat us. Go ahead, Salaki, bro.
For that breach is great like the sea.
Our breach is great like the sea. Go ahead.
Who can heal thee?
Who can heal us, man? This system can't heal y'all, man. Only the Heavenly Father that created us can heal us, man. These fake doctors can't heal you, man. The Heavenly Father has to heal you. Go ahead. And the white man most definitely not gonna heal you, man. He the one got that breach as wide as the sea. He the one got that wound that's incurable, man. That mental wound, that mental bruise. Go ahead, huh?
Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee.
Right. Your prophets, your leaders, Your pastors have seen vain and foolish things for you. Go ahead.
And they have not discovered thine iniquity.
They haven't discovered your iniquity, man. They haven't discovered the iniquity of the Negro, Hispanic, Latino, and Native American, the chosen people who the Lord died for. The pastors haven't discovered our iniquity.
All right.
That's right, bro. Read it again, huh?
Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee.
Right, man. T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, Fred Price have seen vain and foolish things for you, man. I.V. Hilliard, go ahead.
And they have not discovered thine iniquity.
Because it's all about discovering our iniquity, man. Get that in Isaiah 58, huh? That's why we went into captivity, because of our iniquity, man. Isaiah 59, Shalaki, go ahead.
To turn away thy captivity.
Right. So your pastor, your preacher, man. Because that's what the word prophet means. It means preacher. The word preacher means the same thing, man. Pre means the before, to say before, to speak before, man. So he have seen vain and foolish things for you. He haven't discovered that iniquity, to turn back your captivity. So this why we've been in captivity so long. Please find the scripture for me where it said, we went in captivity because of our sins. Not there. This is Isaiah. You can get there too, but it's in Isaiah. It said we are in captivity because of our iniquity. You can get the one in the root too, but I want you to find the one in Isaiah too. Go ahead, let him get there real quick. Yeah.
This is Isaiah 59, verse 1. Behold, the Lord's hand is not short, but it cannot save.
The Lord's hand ain't short that it can't save these people, man. Go ahead.
Neither his ear heavy that it cannot hear.
Right, man. See, the Lord, he's starting to hear us now, man. Like it said, that's when he delivered our people in Egypt. He said he heard our cry, man. So what we doing is crying to the Lord for the oppression of our people, man. Like Isaiah 19 say, we should be for a witness. He should set an altar in Egypt that should be for a witness. And we should cry unto the Lord because of the oppression, man. We're going to get that scripture, get that real quick too. I get Isaiah 19, I think it's around 17. Go ahead,
But your iniquities have separated between you and your power.
So our iniquities have separated us from the Most High, man. So it's all about discovering our iniquity. Something your pastor's supposed to do so this captivity can be turned back, man. So we can come out of captivity. That's the patience and faith of the saints. Go ahead,
And your sins have hid his face from you.
Right, man. Our sins, man. Thinking we can eat whatever we want to eat, man. Thinking we can act however we want to act. Thinking we can make covenants with the death, with hell and death, and that's going, thinking we can go down to Egypt for help, and that's going to save us, man. He told you they should help in vain. Go ahead. You got the scripture? Go bring it out.
That he would not hear.
Right. That he would not hear, man. So that's why the Lord ain't been hearing, man. But guess what? He got his men set up now, discovered our iniquity, man. And our captivity being turned back little by little, man. It started with the knowledge of salvation first. Go ahead,
It's Ezekiel chapter 39.
And you white people ain't got a chance at salvation, man. If you are Edomite according to your bloodline, you're going into slavery. Thus saith the Holy Bible, man. We ain't gonna give you them refuge of lies that you gonna hide under, man. Go ahead,
This is Ezekiel chapter 39. I'm gonna start at verse 20. Thus ye shall be filled at my table with horses and chariots, with mighty men, and with all men of war, saith Yahweh to power. And I will set my glory among the heathen, and all the heathen shall see my judgment that I have executed,
right?
and my hand that I have laid upon them.
Right, and all the heathen been seeing it, man. But they gonna execute judgment upon the heathen and 2/3 of our people, man. Like we read earlier.